Everybody, thanks for all the engagement. Want to focus this video on real estate investing. So talking to Brian, my buddy, and we're looking at a fourplex, and one of the struggles that we have is that the seller, number one is, I think they're aware, but at the same time they're unaware of what the actual value of a piece of property is. Number one, it's built in the 1960s. I think I want to say 1968 is the actual build. They have 4 tenants in there. It's a fourplex, so it's fully being rented out. But if you start from the top to the bottom, top person smokes, and you can literally see it in their apartment, the smoke stains in the room. So that's going to take a serious overhaul to renovate that piece of property. They have another person that kind of just has a bunch of junk, is as they describe them, a hoarder. And if you go into the basement, they have it's separated by chicken wire, so the actual storage area is actually just really haphazardly done, just kind of thrown together, separated by chicken wire. And that person, they have literally just gobs of junk in there. Not anything that's dirty, but I mean, they have a washing machine that's just sitting there. And then it just stinks inside the hallways of smoke. The seller also has rent that's probably about $100 lower than the average rent in the area, and they said they did that in order to not have to have turnover. So they kind of made a bad financial decision just based on not wanting the fear of losing tenants. And so they're also paying for water on top of that. So if you think about how much they're paying for water, about $70 a month, that's also then like totally eating into their monthly rent. So I think they're paying like $525 or $550 per person minus the $70, while you're sitting at $480 as a take home on these rents. It's just not worth it. They have a coin operated washer and dryer. The washing machine was on like little like door stoppers, so it's just not in a good situation. One of the water heaters was actually leaking when we went and took the tour. When you look around the outside, it's okay. There's no covered parking. So overall, they wanted a $175 for this duplex, and we'll be lucky if we would pay $75,000 to $100,000 on that piece of property. Plus, the concern is that even if, let's say, we got it at a good price, we put a little bit down in order to get the financing, right? Because it's all about leverage. Then we dump a ton, maybe $15,000 to $25,000 in to renovate this piece of property to make it livable and start charging the proper rent. All of a sudden now, we've put in a lot of money to not necessarily get our ROI out of it. So we're not necessarily super excited about it. Again, we're not emotional about this. This is a business decision. So you remove emotion when it comes to the piece of property. I don't care in offending these individuals. I like them as people, but I'm just going to come out and say this is what we need to make the numbers work, and hopefully that agrees with them. If not, then that's okay. We go our separate ways. And then after that conversation, we want to have a looking at this condo complex. This one's a little bit more heavy. It's about 57 condo units. It would be about $4.9 million. We'd end up getting some separate investors to partner up with us on this one from a financing perspective. And also we want to reach out to a real estate property management company. And so we'll see how that conversation goes, if we can get them to sit down on Friday and have that conversation. And so as we go through this real estate investment, I want to be able to document it so that way I can look back on the journey of going through some of the struggle of just trying to figure out what's a good deal, what's a bad deal, and then ultimately what was kind of my thoughts as I went through the process. I thought that'd be more valuable to document that. Hope you're having a fantastic day, everybody.